Hi everybody and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. So this week we are continuing the theme of time management and being effective, and we're looking at how software and applications can help us do that. And today we're going to be looking at social media scheduling tools. Now for me this has been a huge transformation in terms of the time and energy that I put into social media. A lot of small businesses rely on social media to really drive their marketing. It's how they connect to their potential audiences, it's how they talk to existing customers. But it can also be really overwhelming and it can be really time consuming. Now, there are lots of things that you can do to reduce the overwhelm of dealing with social media and getting that consistency that you want. But today I'm going to be specifically looking at the time aspect, how much time we spend in the social media platforms creating and uploading our posts. Now, I don't know about you, but historically when I was organically doing it, it just felt like I was forever in this social media bubble, that I was constantly going in and out of social media to put posts across the different platforms at different times of the day, that it sort of felt like I wasn't doing anything else. And it really pulled my focus away as well, and that affected my productivity overall. I didn't have to keep stopping and thinking, oh, it's 10 o'clock, I've got to do that post on Facebook. I wanted that to happen automatically. So I use a scheduling tool. I actually use a couple. I'm going to talk about those in a minute. And what I do is I do it at the beginning of the week. I often do it on a Sunday. That tends to be my day for scheduling my social media. So firstly, I write out my plan. I get clear about what's going to go where and when. I do all the images and everything so that they're all ready. I then schedule out that content. So that saves me a huge amount of time during the week. I'm not worried about whether the posts are going. B, it creates the consistency that I want because nothing is interrupting it and taking priority. It's done. It's not getting sidelined. And C, it's not pulling my focus. I'm a lot more focused and productive during the week because I'm not worrying about having to stop and do a social media post. So the benefits are huge. So if you're not using a scheduling tool right now, I would suggest that you check them out. Now, there are loads of them. Be prepared for that. There are loads of social media scheduling tools and there's pros and cons to all of them. Some are paid, some are free, some have limitations, some enable you to do other things. So really think about how you like to work and what you would like from a social media scheduling tool. If you want everything in one place and you want it to be simple, then that's the criteria that you set out and you try and find the appropriate software. If you want it free and you're happy to move around different platforms, then again, that opens up other options. So really think about what it is that you need, what is going to help you the most. Now for me, I tend to use the free software. So for Facebook, I use Facebook Creator Studio. That allows me to schedule all of my feed for my business page. I use Facebook directly for my groups. You still do that directly in groups at the moment. So for the groups that I run, I schedule in as much as I can. So again, I'm not worried about missing anything. It gets done. And from a focus point of view, it's not on my mind, which is great. So groups I do directly into Facebook, and Facebook pages is done on Facebook Creator Studio. I can't do my personal feed. That is the only one that I know I'm going to have to go in and do organically. But that's okay because I'm going to visit social media at some point during the day. I just don't want to be doing it 50 times a day. So I will still do that one organically. Facebook Creator Studio has recently introduced posting to stories as well. The only thing is you can't schedule to stories, so you have to do it straight away, and the functionality is quite limited. So personally, I prefer to still do that on my mobile. It seems to have better functionality. So stories is something I would upload organically on a daily basis. I'm hoping that they will allow scheduling to that they will introduce that function at some point, and that will also then save me a lot of time. I also use Facebook Creator Studio for my Instagram feeds and my IGTV. That has been a real godsend. So it's enabled me to create a lot more consistency across that platform, and I'm able to flick between the two quite easily. So Facebook Creator Studio is owned by Facebook, so it's just like doing posts in their platforms, and it's free. In terms of Twitter, I don't really have much presence on Twitter, I've got to be honest. It's not my favourite platform, but I do want to create history on there. So if somebody is checking me out, there's something that tells them a little bit about who I am and the business. And I use TweetDeck for that. Again, it's owned by Twitter, so it's part of their platform. It's just like doing a tweet. All of the functionality is there. You can tag people in, the same with the Facebook creator, and it's pretty easy to use, and it's free. So I use that for Twitter. LinkedIn, I have a little bit of an issue with, because LinkedIn doesn't allow us to schedule within their platform. They don't have their own scheduling tool, so you will have to use a third-party application. The downside is that you can't post or schedule video from a third-party application. So if you're doing a lot of video, which I do, I'm having to do that organically at the moment. So that is a little bit of a frustration, but all of the other normal posts that I do on LinkedIn, I can schedule them and get them done. So once everything has been scheduled, it's out of my mind. I'm not worried about it. I feel confident that I've got a nice consistent approach to my social media, and it's not going to take any more time during the week. However, there are a couple of things I couldn't schedule, like my personal feed and videos to LinkedIn. So I just make a note of those in my diary, and I'll go in at a set time during that day, and I'll make that my social media time. So I'll go in and I'll comment on other people's posts, I'll share, I'll like, I'll love, and I will do all of that at the same time, so it doesn't split my focus. And that for me has been a more effective way of managing my social media and avoiding the time suck that you can really get from being in social media. So this has saved me time, and it has made me more productive. So if you haven't yet embraced a scheduling tool, then do that. Go out there, have a look at the ones that are available. The first good place to start is probably the ones that are owned by the platforms, because they're attached to it and it's nice and easy. But if they're not giving you the functionality that you need, then go and explore. I mean, there's ones out there that you can even schedule the changing of your cover photos. So if you're somebody who likes to change up the cover photo once a week or once every couple of weeks, depending on what you're promoting, rather than having to remember to go in and do it, you can actually schedule that as well. So there's lots that you can do with them. The key is, what is it that you want from it? How do you want to be working? What do you need from it? And what are you prepared to pay for that? And how do you want that convenience to work for you? Once you've got that, then you can go out and find the right tool. The key here isn't me telling you which tool you must use, more the point that you need to explore this as an option for creating more productive hours in your working week. So check them out, they will be useful. I can't tell you how much time it saved me in my business. So not only am I saving time, but I'm getting a lot more consistency in my social media, which is hugely benefiting my business. Thank you.